Welcome back. Today we are going to run through our spray booth. It's a Junair spray booth and how we look after it, how we clean it, get it ready for another big job. So I'm going to run you through it. As you can see, it's a corner door, which is very good for us with the space that we have. It means you don't have to drive in one end and out the other. So that opens right up. It's a full floor extraction system, which I'll show you in a minute, and then that's where all the filters go. So we need to clean all the walls, change the roof filters and the floor filters. So let's hit the lights on and crack on with it. So come on in and I'll show you what we are working with. So this is what I meant by the full floor extraction. Very good. You basically get an even pour all the way down. It keeps all the dust. Normally sometimes you have a sort of center grid, or you'll have an end extraction. So your filters and everything will be on the end wall, and it will drag all the fumes in and out that way. This way it goes straight down, comes in through the ceiling, and when we take the filters out, you'll be able to see that the ceiling is all baffled, and so is the floor. So the burner was up there, and that will let the air in. It baffles it out and then drags it through the floor so it's evenly pulled through, and then it comes out in that corner and goes outside and through the exhaust. That's the filter side of it. Another good thing that is nice about the Junair spray booth, which is the Rolls Royce of spray booths really, is it comes with the quad system, and they're all in the corners of the booth. So when you're spraying water base, it needs air movement to dry. It won't dry from just being sat. It needs the air to move. So you press the button on the touch screen and these open up and basically blow warm air around the booth on a cycle until the water base is dry. So that's quite good. A lot of other booths, because Junair patterned these to go in the corner, a lot of other booths have to have them at the top or down the bottom, or you need a stand to hold them to blow the air. So that's quite cool. What else have we got in here? The water traps, we've got one at the compressor as well, and then these here, so obviously get any moisture out the airline, shouldn't be any in there anyway from the compressor. Also makes it safe to breathe with your air-fed mask when we're doing spraying. All the bulbs are daylight bulbs, just to help it, so you can see what you're doing really, because if there was no light you wouldn't be able to see. As you can see, the walls are shitty. This is all the overspraying the paint that comes off from doing the job. So we do the booth about every 6 months. Some people do it more, depending on how much work you do. And on the walls is a spray Tacky Coating, which we'll wash off with water, which we're going to do in a minute. And then we reapply it with a spray gun. So if I sort of rub that, you can see there, this will all come off and come back to nice clean white. There's a few different things that people can do with their spray booth. You get like a mask and like a poly mask you can put on the walls, and you can unpeel it and then put fresh up as you go. You can just paint in here, and then whenever you fancy it, DA the walls back down and spray them white again. I use the Tacky Coating, always used it, quite like it. It works for us, so that's what we're going to do again. So I'm going to fire up the steam cleaner now and wash all the walls down. Notice as well, once it's clean, how much brighter it is in here. You don't realise how dark it gets once all the walls are horrible like that. Other than the corner door, you can sort of see a little bit better now we're in here. So it opens up there, and those two open up. So you can get in and out quite easily. There's also the access door for when you're spraying, coming in and out of this door. So you don't want to be opening the massive door whilst you've got a full car. Once you've got the whole car and all the panels in here, it does take up quite a lot of space. Yeah, let's crack on with cleaning it then. Oh, they already smell me there. So, got the steamer fired up. Just gonna steam it off. Should come off with cold water. Not gonna burn it off. Wash it down basically.
can tell it's morning.
Yeah, I don't feel right. Factory.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
So we've washed all the walls down now, left it overnight so it's dried out. So the next stage is to take the upper grids down. We're going to drop those down and take the filters out. And you'll see when I drop them down, there's other filters inside. They're for the quads, for the corner quads that blow the air around. So we'll swap those as well. And that's what we're going to do now. If you wait there 2 seconds, I'll drag the new filters in. As you can see now, we've got the grid down. Those are the baffles that I was telling you about earlier that send the heat in evenly, so it's baffled along that side. And also, these are the quad sock filters which we need to change. So they have a motor in there, so that draws the air in and then pumps it out of the corner, out of the quads. So we're going to change those as well. There we go, there's a new quad sock installed. Quite easy actually.
Mm.
Two more to go. Piece of piss, mate. Exciting stuff. More baffles. Yeah. You're impressed. Oh, interesting. No baffles. He's all baffled out by then.
He's baffled.
Blows my mind every time. You want to see front bit? Ceiling filters are all done now. So the next stage, we've got to pick up all of the grids. We'll do one row at a time. And under the grids, there's 2 sets of filters that go in the floor. Those, and then these, like fiberglass filters, go on top of those. So we'll do that. It's not a very nice job. Because you'll be surprised, you start down there, and by the time you get down there, they're like twice as heavy.
Mr. Double R.
Like that. Tired. There's your filters. So there's the ones that I showed you there. They go on top. They're gonna be pretty wet. And then underneath these are the blue filters. You see how dirty they get from all the overspray. And then underneath, I'll show you this now. These are the baffles I was saying about earlier. So because the extraction is down in that corner, the baffles in this end have more holes in, and as we move down through, there'll be less holes, so you get an even pour when it's extracting. Just stops all the oversprays going down one end. Yeah, and then under there is just a pit to let the air out. Yeah. And there, it's all blown away by it. Stan's off steam cleaning all the grids, so I'm just going to get the filters down in there ready for when he brings them back, and then we'll work our way down through the booth until they're all done. Like that. Now when Stan brings the grids back, we'll put them all in. Slowly work our way down.
Here's Stan. Cleaning all the grids up.
That's 4 down, Stan. There's 4 in each row. Yeah. There's 8 rows. So that's about 126 grids to do.
Yeah. About 8 hours.
About 8 hours. Alright then. Good work. Last row going in now. These bottom filters would normally be blue cider, but as you can see, they've been rolled the wrong way around, and I couldn't be bothered to flip them over. Won't make any difference really to any of them. see that's been rolled. So the blue's on top. That's that. We'll sling the last grids in and look at getting the tacky coating sprayed on the walls. Last job now to do in the booth clean is spray the tacky coating back on, which we washed off with the steam cleaner. That's the normal spray gun. Spray all the walls. This will stay. This is called tacky coating. This will basically stays tacky, so all the dust sticks to it. So that's why it's nice, it doesn't dry. And it's also funny when a customer comes in and leans on the wall. That is the booth, cleaned, filters changed, tacky coating reapplied, ready to go for the next job. We've got a DB4 that's coming in next. Hope you enjoyed the video. You know, you might not realise that's what goes into keeping the booth clean. It's quite a lot of work, as you may have seen. Next week, we may get Ricky Bobby to do a video on how to service your ratchet spanner. So, if you've enjoyed this and you want to see that, like and subscribe, and then you'll know when it's coming up. I'm going to have a little cider here and enjoy the booth. Like and subscribe.